Okay.
The interface looks more or less the same.
It is the same. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll just uh, initialize it uh, to the factory default so that should be in a position to hear see how it actually looks. Okay. So if you look at this interface, you see setup here. Okay, the setup button here.
Yeah.
Okay. Once I click on this, you get the mixer which is listed. Now let's assume I want to do a Zoom meeting as well as connect my mixer to the laptop. So what I would do is I would connect a LAN cable to my laptop, and I will put my mixer position to Wi-Fi client. That is the third option on the right. Okay, the left extreme, the switch in the mixer is Ethernet, and then you have Wi-Fi client, and then you have access point. So I will put to the last extreme, that is nothing but your access point.
Where is
Now,
that?
on the mixer,
Yeah, which you're showing me on the screen.
No, not this one. On the physical mixer, you'll have a button, sliding button. You'll have three options: Ethernet.
Once go there, just one. Just go there.
Yeah, I can show you that.
Yeah, I'm inside. So you want me to go to setup, right?
No. Before we get there, so is your laptop connected to your LAN?
I'll connect it one second. So I'll switch to Ethernet, right? On my computer.
Yes. So the moment you connect it to your LAN, the highest precedence would automatically be taken to the LAN. Okay.
What do you mean by that?
So the priority, now let's say your laptop is connected to Wi-Fi, and the moment you connect your LAN, LAN will take a higher priority. So yeah, so irrespective of whether you're connected to Wi-Fi or not, the LAN will automatically.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how it. Now in your mixer, okay, if you have it right in front of you,
yeah,
the top left you will have a Ethernet port. Right next to it you will have a switch. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
That switch will have three modes. The first one is called Ethernet mode. The second one is Wi-Fi client, and the third one is access point.
Correct.
Okay, you have to put it to the access point.
Okay. Yeah.
So once you put it to access point, okay, so it will act as a Wi-Fi router. Okay, the mixer itself will act as a Wi-Fi router. So what you need to do is come back to your laptop.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're able to see my screen, at the bottom right, you find an arrow.
Yeah.
Saying show hidden icon. I'll click that, and I'll click on the Ethernet connection icon. Okay.
Right.
So once I click on that, it will show you that I'm connected to a LAN. This icon represents a Ethernet cable. Okay.
Correct.
And here you will be, it will list you all the Wi-Fi routers available. So you should be able to see XR18 on your laptop.
Yes.
So you need to click connect.
Okay. Connect.
All right.
It's connecting.
Yeah, it will connect. So once this is connected, is it done?
No, it's still connecting. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's connected. Oh, it says,
Perfect.
yeah, no internet open. Okay.
That's fine. That's fine. So you can just come back to this application, that is XR Edit. Okay.
Okay.
Now, once you come to XR Edit and go into Setup, you can see my screen. I click Setup. Okay.
Mhm.
And it will list you all the available things. Okay. If
You're saying I
sorry,
should work on my desktop, huh?
no, just to get an idea.
Okay,
So
okay.
once you're familiar with how things are being done, then
Yeah.
the fine adjustments you don't need to open this here. You can directly operate it from your laptop itself.
Okay, okay, okay. Got it, got it.
But for you to understand the concept, I think this will be the best place for you to visualize, because you come from an analog world of using mixers and things like that.
Got it.
So this will be the best, easiest way for you to understand.
Okay, okay, great.
Okay. So
Yeah.
in your laptop now, you should be able to see XR18 listed on the thing. Can you see that on
Yes.
your? You have to click connect,
Okay.
and the status will change to connected. If you see my screen,
Yeah.
it should be something like the status is connected. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now there's always a once each time you establish a connection, it will ask you what is the synchronization direction, whether the settings should flow from the mixer to the PC or from PC to mixer. So it's always good to synchronize from the mixer to PC, because you need to know what is the settings currently the mixer is at. Okay.
Like,
You understand?
let me record this. Can I record this?
No problem. I'm actually recording it.
Oh, okay. Then you'll send it to me.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, awesome. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So each time I connect my mixer, you'll get a pop-up saying sync direction, whether it's
Yeah.
mixer to PC or PC to mixer or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So always choose mixer to PC. So what it means to say is, let's say today I would have set my faders at 0 and the second channel fader as 10 and something, and leveled it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now all the settings would have been saved into the mixer.
Yeah.
Okay. Now tomorrow I connect it through some other iPad or some other PC. Okay. Now the PC will ask whether you want to take the settings, whatever is in the mixer, and reflect it on the PC, or you want to uh, take the settings which is there in my PC and go to the mixer. Okay.
Mm.
So it's always good when you connect it first, take the mixer settings and to connect the reflector to the PC, and then work on top of it. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So now I would click synchronize.
Hmm.
Okay. So once I click synchronize, it will take around 5 seconds, and it will show you what are the settings which is already there in the mixer. Now let's say I want to start on a clean slate. I don't want any settings from the mixer. I want to uh, go back to from ground level. I need to create everything. Okay, so how do I do this? Is go to settings, click initialize.
Hmm.
Okay, if you see a mixer, I think it will be something like that. It will be like in a clean slate. Okay, so I'll click initialize. So once I click initialize, you see everything, all the faders, all the gain is being set to 0, including the main uh, output values.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is too small. Yeah. Okay, you're able to see my screen, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, now coming to the settings, like how I explained to you last time.
Yeah.
Now you have 18 channels. Actually, it's 16 channels. the 17th and 18th are nothing but a aux track.
Yeah.
Actually, that is mono channel, so they split it into left and right. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, by default, XR18, the gain structure is always around 35 to 45, which is your for a vocals, and for
Right.
a keyboard and guitar, it is around 15 to 20. Okay,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can. So yeah, for the mic, it is about 35.
Yes,
About 50.
it's 15 to 20 for the keyboard and guitar.
Guitar. Okay.
Okay, it's now keyboard and guitar will have a volume dial, which
Correct.
you have to keep it somewhere around 50 to 70, not more. 50 to 70. With 50, usually it sits between 15 to 20 is the gain structure. Now, how do you set a gain structure? Is this is your gain structure? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'll blindly go. Usually, what I do is the first and second channel I usually keep for the keyboard and the guitar. The rest
Oh,
of it I keep it for the vocals. But it's up to you. Okay, you want to keep it in a different fashion. It's up to you. Okay, so what I will do is let's say the first one is going to be a keyboard. So what
yeah.
I'll do, you see this number one.
Yeah.
Okay, for me to understand this is keyboard, I'll right click on this and I will type KB. Okay,
Oh,
and
okay.
I'll put red color. The best part is when I do the settings and save it, it'll
Mm.
immediately get reflected on your iPad too. So you don't need to do any extra modifications on the iPad. Even if you switch off your mixer and tomorrow you come back, the entire settings will remain as it is.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Okay. So what I'll do, I'll go and put 20 dB here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And now let's say this is guitar.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just put it as guitar and I'll put it as 15.
Mm.
Okay. And then here I will go for vocal, which will be 35. Okay. Let's say I am going to have that three vocalists,
Mm-hmm.
all are 35. I'm keeping it 35. Okay.
Yeah.
And then let's say I'll put it as all the vocalists, I will keep it as blue color.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I will name it as, okay, Mate.
Yeah.
Then I'll put V1, vocal 1.
Yeah.
And then I'll put V2.
Mm.
Or you can change it to maybe lead vocalist, or, okay, I'll just put it as V lead vocalist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now the faders are all at mute. So what I will do, I'll just go click here, put 0 here, 0, 0, 0, 0,
Zero, no, okay.
0, 0 dB.
Yeah, it's already zero, right?
No, this is actually
Ah,
minus 53
my-
dB.
that's zero. Okay, okay.
Minus 53. 0 is where you should actually level it to. Okay.
Mm.
All right. Now these things are done. I'll just put some other color for this. Green. Done. Okay. Now once you start setting this up, now if you see here, I have one mic which is connected to guitar. Okay.
Mm.
Now as I'm speaking, uh, it is too low. That's because my mic is connected to a guitar channel. Now let me quickly remove it from 2 and put it to 3. Now
Oh,
you can see that my levels are the same mic, but the levels are decent enough.
mm.
Now, but the levels are still low. Now I can slowly increase it to 45. Okay.
Okay.
Now it is coming somewhere around minus 10.
Mm-hmm.
Minus 10. Now, if you want to get a more clearer visualization of what is the actual value,
Mm-hmm.
you, if you move your uh, laptop left right button now, you can
Mm-hmm.
see the selection here.
Yeah.
Once you select this and click on channel.
Mm-hmm.
Now, click on the channel, you'll get a clear value of what exactly it is. Now, in
Mm.
the digital world, our level should be minus dBFS. That's what they say. Minus 18, it should be.
Mhm.
Okay. So minus 18 is a decent value. So if you see here, it is touching somewhere around minus 20 is what is touching. Little
Yeah.
above minus 20. That is a good value. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So if you're getting so much, it's good to go. Anything lesser than this is something, then you have to increase your gain.
Okay.
All right. Now,
Yeah.
if you see here towards the right extreme, this is nothing but your main left channel and right channel out.
Mhm.
But you don't see any signals which is going out.
Right.
That's because the faders are put to minus 60 dB or something. So I'll make it to 0, or you can bring down the faders or increase the fader.
Right.
Okay. Now,
Mhm.
this main left right is nothing but which will be connected to your speakers.
Okay. That's the main. Okay.
Correct. You're right. Now, because it's a digital mixer, you
Yeah.
also have advantage of using your 6 aux channel as a output mix. Okay.
Okay.
If confusing you, I'll open the XR. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that at the bottom. Yeah, there's 6. Is that called bus, Kiran?
Yeah. Correct. So in digital world, I think even in analog, yeah, I am not a sound person, but I just learned a few things. Okay,
Mm.
so a bus is nothing but it's an orchestration of your mix to a specific output. Now,
Mm.
let's say a simple analog mixer will have only main left and main right. Okay,
Mhm.
now a digital mixer gives you the customization. Basically, it's like now you have 18 channels.
Right.
Now, first 3 channels are at full volume, and the next 3 channels are at 50% volume. Let's say that goes to speaker one. Now, let's say the speaker two has to have totally opposite. The first three should be 50%, and the next three should be 100%.
Mm.
Okay. Now, if you want to get that combination, and the second combination should go to speaker two. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, this kind of situation will come when you want to put a different monitor mix and a different mix for a audience.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? Usually, this kind of scenario, they it makes total sense when you are in a live place like a church, where
Right.
you have to give a different output for a monitor output, and you
Yeah.
have to give a different output for a PA system.
Right. Right.
Yeah, so a digital mixer has a concept of bus, like what you said, it's a bus.
Yeah.
Basically, it has, if you see here, you have totally 6 buses on the interface, like the bus
Mhm.
one, bus three, bus two, which is
Mm.
directly related to your aux. But
Okay.
you can customize it to whichever fashion you want. It's like different patch points.
Mhm.
Electronically, you can put one cable from here to there, from bus one to bus two, and things like that. You can route.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just get there. I'll just tell you how it has to be done and other things.
Oh,
Now, I'm just speaking in with respect to the Zoom thing, like how we have to set up for Zoom, and then
right.
I'll touch upon the important aspects about how we can do other, like let's say for different monitor mix and different for
Okay.
audience PA system. Okay. Now, you have any doubts related to?
No, it's good because I was wondering what those auxes were for. You
Yeah.
explained that, and I was wondering how to name, each channel. I can't do that on the iPad. I have to go into the laptop.
Yeah, I
So,
think iPad also supports that, but just that it's a little complicated, I guess. I don't know because I've seen some videos where they say how you can change the label the thing, but this is
uh,
pretty straightforward. In the laptop is pretty straightforward.
right, much more
Okay,
easy.
so yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is one. Okay, now okay, the second thing is, now let's say the important thing is the how do you EQ your vocals? Okay.
Right.
Now, no. See, I'm selecting the third channel. Okay, that is the lead vocal. Okay, now let's say one. Okay, okay. To navigate between your left and right of your channel is through your left and right arrow keys of your keyboard.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm selecting the third channel, and then I'm clicking on the channel. Okay.
Okay.
And then I'll go into the EQ. You have channel input, gate, and EQ. Okay.
Yeah.
So here, you see, you have a RTA button. It's nothing but a real-time analysis button. So
Where is
once
that?
you, okay,
Oh,
so I'll just go.
yeah.
So third channel is selected.
Yeah.
You see green color highlight of the
Mhm,
channel.
mhm.
Once you're in there, okay, you can click on the
Okay.
EQ button.
EQ.
So
Okay.
by default, you will not see any the spectrogram which is shown on my thing. So you have to click the RTA button. Okay,
Mhm.
RTA stands for real time analysis. Okay, of the signal.
Okay. 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 I got it. Okay. I can see it. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So for all your thing, I mean vocals, usually you should cut down on your this one. It's called a low cut. Okay. So basically your background noise, all those things has to be removed. So usually we put it up to 40 hertz. If you see here, I
Mhm,
move it here,
mhm.
all your background noise and which is not required will all this is a standard EQ which 99% of them we will always recommend using it. So 40 hertz, that if you see here, I'm making it 40 hertz is what I put as
Yeah.
the low cut. Now, if it's a male voice and you want to boost his mid, no. So what they do is they increase it like this. If you press the mouse and increase it like this, now
Mm,
this is your mid range. Okay.
mhm.
Now, if it's a female, they say that the higher part has to be given little bit of bump because the higher frequency. Usually the female voice sits in the higher frequency. They say around 2000 kilohertz is what, and 16,000 and above will give a airy voice, which will
Mhm,
actually give a good boost in the thing. Okay.
mhm.
Now you need to take a call on how you want to play around it. Okay, it will be very
Yeah.
minute, but it still would give a very good consistent output. Okay, and three things they will say. One is your bass, little bit of bass you have to give for a male voice, and the second one is your 2000 kilohertz is what you need to actually look for. Now, how to get that is you see this high mid, right? You
Yeah.
can directly type uh, 2K, okay, or it's already in 1.9, okay.
Mhm.
If I move it, okay, this is not one, the third one. If you see here, as I move here, it's coming to 2K. You can see this 2K,
Yeah.
okay. Now this thing, you can increase it a little bit like this, something like this, okay, if it's a female voice,
Mhm.
okay. And so much if you can just leave it at this point, this should be the best place to keep your EQ for any female voice. It's a common EQ which can be used for any voice.
And
Okay,
what about the low mid?
low mid, if you want to use it, you can do it. See, it
Low
depends
is
on,
bass. Correct?
no,
Low.
uh, see, these are just four. This is a four level EQ. Okay,
Oh,
in analog world, you will have the knobs, right?
yeah.
Low, mid, high. Okay,
Yeah.
in digital world you will have you usually have four band EQ, 8 band EQ, 12 band EQ, and so on. Okay, now these bands are nothing but giving you the flexibility to do multiple variation. That's it. You either can use it or you can't. You don't. You want to use just increase only the low. You can still increase only the low. Rest of it you can leave it as it. You understood what I'm saying? Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, if you want to use only one, you can use it. Okay.
Okay.
So it's giving you four channels. I mean, four bands.
Okay.
It's up to you to whether you to use or not to use.
And what is this power buttons next to it in blue?
Just to enable or disable, like how you asked, like whether do I want to should I use all the four? Like
Mhm.
let's say I don't want to use all the four. I want to use only the low.
Mhm.
So I set low, and let's say I want to just toggle and see how the effect is actually coming out.
Yeah.
So what I can do is I just enable,
Mm.
disable, and see is there any difference? Is it sounding better and things like that? Okay.
Mm.
And let's say you're not satisfied with I want to start afresh. I'll click reset.
Oh, okay. 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 Mm.
Everything goes off. Okay.
Yeah. Got it.
Oh,
It's interesting.
so that's how it is. So I'll go back to Mixer. Okay. So the same thing you have to do it for other things like uh, for all these things, other
Mhm.
vocals. Okay. Now you can also do EQ on your final mix. Now let's say final mix is the master left and right. If you
Mhm.
see here, you see this. Now see this one as I change, you can see there's a you can see the mm, some
The
orange
yellow.
color. Yeah,
Yeah. Or
basically showing you that we made some changes here. Now let's say I
oh,
bring this up here, go back here, you see this changes here. So I don't need
oh,
to go to EQ. I can directly double click here. Okay, it's like
okay.
you can directly double click on the next channel. Okay, it's just a shorthand. It will just give you full control. Okay, now the same thing you can apply to the final master left and right. If you see here, this is my final mixer left and
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
The icon here is the EQ. If I double click on it and I can change something here, it shows up here.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's how it is. Okay, now, okay, so we are covered with the basics of keyboard, guitar, lead vocalist, and then we have come to the master, left and right, and the EQ. So you're clear with all these things, right? Now,
Yeah.
let's say an important thing is, let's say you see main left, right, bus one, bus two, bus three, bus four, bus five, and bus six, and
Yeah.
so on.
Yeah.
Correct. Now, uh, sometimes you might see something like this, which will be confusing. You'll be wondering what is this yellow, what is this another thing.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to go back to this page where your main left and right is actually orchestrated, you have to click main left right.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
that is one. And
yeah.
second is you see a button solo and all those things. Now, let's say you're playing a keyboard and you want to first see how your keyboard alone is coming out. You click solo, everything else will be put on mute. Only your keyboard, yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
So that's how it is. Now, if I click the next solo, only these two will be selected. Okay.
Mm.
And now you want to clear out the solos. You have a button here called clear solo.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, the same way, let's say you want to mute channel one, channel two, you have all the mute buttons.
Right.
Okay. Now, how do you clear out mute? You don't have an option to clear out mutes. Okay. You have to manually do this.
Mhm.
Unmute. But they have given a feature called mute groups. Okay. So basically, what this does is if I click one, now, for example, if you see here, channel one has four dots at the bottom.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, if I click one, first box on all the channels,
Yeah.
okay, okay. So that means the channel one is assigned to mute group one. Channel two is assigned to mute group one. Now, if I click mute group one, everything will be muted.
Mm.
If I again click on one, everything will be unmuted.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I'll give a simple example how this will be useful. Now, let's assume I'll remove this. Okay. You want to listen only to the instruments. So
Mhm.
what I'll do, channel one and channel two, I'll put the mute group one and mute group one.
Okay.
And all the vocalists I'll put it to two,
Mhm.
two. Okay. Now if I click mute group one, you see the keyboard and guitar is muted. Now
Muted.
if I click two, the
Oh,
vocalist is. Now if I toggle this, the vocalist is muted and the keyboard and guitar is unmuted.
right.
So that's how you customize it so that it will be easy for you to operate it.
Correct.
Okay.
Especially when all
Yeah.
18, very useful. Yeah.
Correct. All right. Now moving on. Coming to the concept of, this is a very important thing which you need to pay attention to. This is called your in out. Okay.
What's
I'll
uh,
just, so okay. So before we get there, we have to visualize this as something like a physical device. Okay.
Mhm.
So basically, you need to
But
think.
get
Uh,
the- how do you come to this page?
okay, I'll just close this. So right next to your setup, you have
Ah,
in out.
yeah, okay, okay, got it. Yeah.
So I'll click this. So
Mm.
you'll have inputs. Okay. Now I'll just first tell you what are the each page corresponding to.
Mhm.
Okay. So you have input, you have USB returns, you have USB sends, you have Ultranet, you have aux out and main out.
Okay.
Okay. Now you have inputs. Now, as the word itself suggests, it's nothing but you have 18 channels of input.
Correct.
Okay. Now the 18 channels, whatever the physical 18 channels, whatever you plug to the mixer,
Mm.
how is it going to correlate to? Now, if you what it means to say is, now let's say you plugged your cable in channel one,
Mhm.
but for some reason you want to move that channel to channel 8, let's
Oh,
assume.
yeah.
Okay, but you have to remove the channel 1 and put it in channel 8
Mm.
physically. Okay,
Mhm.
but with the digital world you can still route it to channel 8. How do I do that? Is, you see, this is the analog input. I
Mhm.
can put it to channel 8.
Oh, wow. It's amazing.
Now now I was speaking on channel 3. If you see here, if I close this, my my
Right.
mic is active on channel 3. All right. So
Mhm.
what I will do, I want to switch it to channel 1. Let's assume my channel 3 should go to channel 1.
Mm.
All right.
Mhm.
You can see both
Yeah.
the channels are getting the same input. So
Oh,
basically, I can duplicate this to whichever way I want.
okay, okay. Okay.
Okay.
Amazing. Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, this you will not require it, but this is good for your understanding. Okay.
Yeah. When does this help, Kiran? It's when I basically just want to move channels around.
Yeah, correct.
Instead of doing it physically, I can do it here.
I see. To be honest, this one I have not used it till now.
Oh,
Okay, but the concept, when I understood the concept, I was able to do the same thing on USB send and USB return, which I will just tell you how useful it will be for using your Zoom session.
mhm.
Okay. So the same concept applies here, but if you
Mhm.
can understand this, it will be easy for you to understand how we can apply the same concept on USB send and return.
Okay.
Okay, so just I mean, keep in mind that you can do something like this in this mixer. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll quickly go to I'll go with respect to how you can use this for a Zoom meeting. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have something called USB sends and USB returns. Now, USB send uh, is nothing but hold on, I'm getting confused. I just looking at the icons to understand. Okay. Okay. So USB sends is nothing but from the mixer. It is sending out data to your laptop.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so and the USB returns is opposite of it. Okay,
Okay.
from the laptop you can route your audio to the mixer. Okay, if it's
Okay.
confusing, we'll take one at a time. We'll just stick to USB send. Okay,
Okay.
USB send is nothing but, as the word says, USB send is
Sending.
mixer send out data, that is sends out audio to the laptop.
Yeah.
USB is directly connected to your laptop, so it is you're going to receive audio from the mixer. Now,
Right.
what are we looking with respect to the Zoom meeting? What
Mhm.
are we expecting? Now, you're going to play a keyboard, you're going to play two lead vocalists and one guitar, let's assume. Now,
Yeah.
totally for three vocals and two instrument has to come in. Okay.
Yeah.
Your last session, what we had an issue was
Yeah.
only one vocal and one keyboard was playing. The rest was not coming. Correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Now, now in your Zoom, you selected Behringer in uh, 1-2, if I'm right. Correct?
Yeah.
Yes, 1 and 2. So
Yeah.
basically, now that's basically two channels, a
Mm.
left channel and right channel. Okay, but we are looking for how many? Three vocals and two instruments. So totally, we need five inputs to be combined. Okay,
Correct. Mm.
so last time when you connected on a Zoom meeting, you were actually using keyboard and one vocal. The rest was not getting fed into the system. That was the reason you were not able to. They were not able to hear Sister Collins' vocals.
Correct. Correct.
Okay. Now, how to solve this is basically we need to take the combined uh, audio from
Me-
the mixer
mhm.
from the mixer. Correct. Now, if you see here, uh, USB send, you see this USB 1 and USB 2.
Right.
It's this link to channel 1 and channel 2.
Right.
But I don't need to do that, right? I mean, I should not be doing that. I should be putting it to main left and main right. Main left, main right. You
Okay.
understood this? So when I do this, what would happen is USB 1 and USB 2 will be related to main left and right. So
Oh,
whatever is fed to the main left and right
yeah.
will be routed to your USB 1 and USB 2. And
Oh,
USB 1 and USB 2 is nothing but is your microphone to your Zoom application.
okay.
Should I repeat that again?
Yeah, please.
Yes. Okay. So now the Zoom uses an audio interface of Behringer. Okay. And if I can quickly show you, I don't know if I can show this. Let me check. Okay. You can see my okay. You can see my webcam.
Yeah. Once I just let me pin it. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So if you see here, the microphone is in 1-2.
Right.
This 1-2, what it is referring to uh, is nothing but this one. Hold on. USB 1 and USB 2 is what it is referring
Yeah.
to. Okay. So only two channels is what you can actually get. You can take it out from your mixer.
Hmm.
Okay. So what we need to do is we should be you should be looking. Let me go back to the screen. You
Yeah.
should be actually looking for the combined output. That is, when I say combined output, I am referring to the mixed output. Whatever is going to a speaker, that should be what that is what it should be sent to your Zoom.
Correct.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is USB 1 and USB 2. I'm going to link it to main left and main right.
Right.
Is it clear?
Yeah.
So once I do that, what will happen is my whatever I speak, you will be able to hear it on your Zoom meeting. Now I'll give a simple example how. So once I'm done with this, I'll close this. Okay, I'm speaking and I can hear. I will go back to my Zoom meeting. Okay, and I'll unmute uh, my another account which is connected to the Behringer, and I'll speak.
Check.
Check.
Check. Check. Can
Check.
you hear
Can
me?
you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. So this is from the mic.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
Mhm.
if you want to play around, I can show you. Okay, I'll just move this to channel 1 and channel 1. USB 1 is channel 1 and USB 2 is channel 2. Let me put it this way
Yeah.
and let me unmute and speak. Let's see how it goes. Check. Check.
Yes.
You can't hear. Hold
I
on,
can.
hold on. Hold on, let me mute it.
Yeah.
Okay, you are not able to hear it.
Correct.
Yeah, because I put it on USB 1 map to channel 1, USB 2 map to channel 2.
Right.
That's it. I'm not getting it. So what I will do is I'll put it
Go
to
to
channel
channel
left
left
Yeah.
and
and
channel
channel
right.
right.
Now
Now
you
you
can
can
see
see
double
double
voice.
voice.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
So I'll
I'll
go
go
back.
back.
I'll
I'll
mute
mute
it
it.
here. Okay. Now I muted my mixer.
Okay.
Okay. In my Zoom. Okay. So this
Mm.
is clear, right? Okay. Now
Yes.
this part one of the issue is sorted. The part one issue is your mix is going to be perfect. Like whatever instruments you place will,
Mhm.
uh, if all the instruments are being heard on your main, that is your main left and right, it will 100% be heard on your Zoom meeting.
Okay. I have a question here, Kiran.
Yep.
In your in and out, you only moved 2 channels.
Yes.
You can move all the 16 channels.
Yes, you can move all the 16 channels, but the thing is, no. Okay. Okay. So remember on the other day when I was explaining how to record multi-channel, correct?
Yeah.
Now, when you're connecting this to your recording software, that is your Wave software,
Yeah.
you will be recording all 18 channels, correct?
Yeah.
Now, when you're recording 18 channels, what would happen is each channel 1 will be mapped to USB 1, channel 2 will be mapped to USB 3, 2, and so on up to 18. It will be there.
Oh,
Okay.
that automatically. I don't have to assign it.
And it will be the only thing when you're recording it, you have to move the left and right. This one, main left and right to 1 and 2.
Okay. Okay.
When you're doing a recording, okay.
Yeah.
When you're doing a Zoom meeting, it should be left and right.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. The reason is Zoom expects only USB 1 and USB 2. It is not going to take all the 18 channels and we can customize that. That's the limitation.
Okay. Okay. It's 2 different applications and 2
Yes,
different
correct. Correct.
rules.
Yeah. Okay. So with this, you should be able to get all your musicals as well as your vocalist to your from your left and right to your Zoom.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. Now you see at the bottom you have analog plus mute, input plus mute, pre-EQ plus mute, post-EQ, and so on.
Mm.
Pre-fader and post-fader. Okay. Now this is red. Red corresponds to analog. Okay.
Mm.
Now I always recommend you to put this to post-fader. Right click on it and put it as post-fader. Right click
Mm.
on it and post-fader. Post-fader means it's basically this is a fader So all the effects, whatever you've applied, the EQ, the mute, whatever it is, the levels, gains, everything all mixed together will come as post fader. If I don't do this, it'll take as a raw audio.
Hmm.
Should I repeat that again?
Yeah. So tell me one thing.
Okay.
What does post fader do?
Okay. Now, so in any mixer,
Mhm.
you have a concept called the channel strip. Okay, channel strip, you can visualize something like a, a rectangular channel,
Yeah.
and let's say the left end is where your mic is connected and right end is where your speaker is connected. Now when the signal comes from your mix from your mic to the left end of the thing, you have first thing what it applies is a gain staging. Your gain is first set. Okay, now after that you might have a compressor, you might have an EQ, you might have a noise gate, you might have a so much of effects and something, and then after that comes your fader is nothing but setting your level up and down. Okay, and after that you have mute. After faders you have mute, and then it goes to the post fader. So this is the concept. Now
Oh,
if you see the screen also, the top one is gain, then you have some other extra effects and all those things, then you have EQ, then you have gates, then you have noise reduction, so on, and then you have panning, and then it comes to fader, and then below that you have mute. The same
right.
is called a channel strip. Now the same way, we
Mm.
can tap into it wherever we want. Now let's say we want the output even before the gain, then you have to click analog.
Mm.
So it's like directly whatever signals you're getting from the mic, you want to take that out, you click analog. You want to put pre EQ means before EQ. That is after gain, pre EQ. This yellow one is your pre EQ. The
Okay.
post EQ. So basically whichever fashion you want, wherever you want to take the output, you take it from there.
Okay.
So for us, we require post fader because we want the processed audio. We don't want the raw audio. But when
Oh,
you're recording, you want the raw audio because you don't need want to process anything because anyhow you're going to send it for mixing and mastering. So you don't need to do anything like that. You want to keep it in the analog part.
okay.
You- Okay. So it's two
Yeah.
different things. One is live, one is not live. Live is going to be Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
Non-live is where you record everything in raw format, and then you do post production on top of it.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
O- Okay, so now I'm gonna leave this to left and right.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is done. Now, if I close this, now Zoom, everything is set. The microphone part is set. Okay, but last time also we had a challenge of um, feeding your audio from your laptop to the mixer. You wanted to hear them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now this is where we want. I mean, we can make use of bus and aux. Okay,
Right.
uh, so how to do that is I'll tell you why we need to use that. Okay, without that, why we can't use Zoom.
Hmm.
Okay, now uh, last time what we did was from your laptop speaker we connected a 3.5 jack, and we
Correct.
connected to the one of the channels in your mixer.
Correct.
Okay, now let's assume I can do that directly uh, without even connecting a 3.5. We can do it through a USB.
Mm.
Okay, now I'll go to USB returns.
Yeah.
USB returns are nothing but signals flowing from your laptop to your mixer.
Right.
Okay, it's
Right.
opposite of USB sense.
Yeah.
Now, what I will do is first I'll go to Zoom. I'm going to Zoom now, and
Hmm.
I'm selecting the speaker as out 1-2 Behringer XAIR.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm selected that. Now I'm coming back to USB returns. Okay, and uh, I'm gonna take channel that is 1 and 2, which is coming from the Zoom, and put it to 17 and 18.
Okay.
Okay. And 17, 18 is here. Okay. Hold on. Okay. I can't hear it. Hold on. Check. Okay. So what I did, I clicked on USB 1 and 2 to aux. I clicked. Okay.
Mm.
So basically, what it is doing is it is sending USB 1 2. That is nothing but your out 1-2 of your Zoom. In your Zoom, I'm putting the speaker as out 1-2 Behringer XR18.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
So when I click USB 1 2 to aux, it is sending that data to the aux. You can see here as I'm speaking, the levels are coming. Even if you speak, the levels will go up.
Yeah.
Can you hear?
Yeah.
See, as you're speaking, the levels are going up. But
Yeah.
we might have a problem here.
Mm.
Reason is uh, when your Zoom is let's say okay, now your mixer is connected to your speaker.
Yeah.
Okay, and as I'm speaking, your speaker is also going to put out my audio as
Correct.
well as your audio. We don't have any issues there. But now the main left and right is audio is being fed into the Zoom.
Mm. Okay.
Okay. So my audio will be again heard back to me, which is not right.
Hmm.
Does it make sense? Now see, I'll just repeat it again. Now I am here. Okay. You have connected your mixer to 3 vocals and 2 instruments.
Right.
Okay. You're speaking on the mic. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're able to get a feedback from your main left right of your mixer through the speaker.
Hmm.
Okay. Now the aux is audio is nothing but your Zoom audio, which is fed from Zoom to your aux.
Hmm.
Okay. And the aux is also throwing out the audio to your mixer, which is
Mm.
good. Now the aux is also going out to main left and right. Now the main left and right digitally is fed into the Zoom input microphone.
Hmm.
So when I am speaking, it goes to aux, and from aux it goes to main left right, and from main left right again it goes back to Zoom input. So it will
Right.
count, it will be a loop.
Hmm.
So we should not be doing that. So to overcome this, we are going to have 2 mixes. One for your mixer, with
Hmm.
one for your mixer. I mean, sorry, one for your speaker and
Right.
one for your Zoom.
Okay.
Okay. So what I would do is for the main left right, I'm not going to feed my Zoom audio. Okay.
Mhm.
So I'll go back here. I'll put off this. If I switch off this, I'm still getting it. Alright. Okay. All right. I'll just bring it 0.
Mhm.
Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll go back to bus. Okay. I'll
Mhm.
click on bus. Now bus. Now what I'll do is instead of connecting my speaker to main left right, I will make use of aux 1. Okay. Aux
Mhm.
1 is nothing but bus 1. So what I
Yeah.
will do here, I will make everything 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Done. Now what I will do is only on the bus 1, I will keep the volumes to 0 here. You see
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
So the aux 1 is the place on my physical mixer where I will run a cable to the speaker.
Correct.
Okay. Now, if I come back to main left right, the signals are coming as you speak. It is
Mhm.
not going to the main left right.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
See, nothing is going out.
yeah.
Okay. Only when I unmute the thing and I'm speaking on my microphone, physical microphone, we see
Mm.
the main left right moving.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this main left right is what is being fed to the Zoom.
Hmm.
Okay. And we are not going to take the main left right from the physical mixer to the speakers. Rather, we will be taking the aux1 to the physical speaker.
Yeah.
Is it clear? You can do vice versa also, but I would recommend this to keep it simple,
Hmm.
uh, to keep it in this fashion.
Okay.
I'll just quickly repeat what I did. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Inputs is clear. We didn't do much about it.
Hmm.
USB send. What we did for the Zoom meeting, we are going to take USB 1 and 2, and we are taking that from left and right.
Hmm.
Okay. That
Okay.
is the main left hand. If you see here, it's main left right.
Right.
Okay. I'm closing it. Okay. Clicking on in out again and coming back to USB return. And here at the top right, you have something called USB 1 to aux. Aux
Right.
is nothing but your channel 17 and 18. So I'll
Hmm.
click on USB 1 to aux. I'll click OK. Close it. You can see whatever is spoken on the Zoom is directly fed into this channel.
Yeah.
Okay. Now
Hmm.
in your main, I'll click on main left right. You see this button. I'll
Yeah.
click main right. It will be by default, it will be 0. I'll bring it to complete thing, or you can mute it also. You should to be on the safer side, you can mute it.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll click on bus. Once I click on bus, everything will be in my this mute position. You have to bring it to 0. Okay. You have to bring channel 1 to 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. That means you are leveling the faders,
Hmm.
and then the aux you're actually putting it to 0.
Hmm.
Okay. Now what will happen is whatever is being spoken on the microphone, as well as whatever is being spoken on the Zoom, will be heard on your aux1, and
Hmm.
it will not be heard on your main left and right.
Okay.
Okay. Now if you see in out, when I go to the aux out, is the last option you see, no, last but one aux. You see bus 1 is directly fed to aux1.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's say you have two speakers. Okay.
Hmm.
And you want to take the aux 2, uh, and but you want the same mix. Whatever you made for bus 1 should be
Hmm.
there for aux 2 also. So what I will do is I'll click here. If I do this, now bus 1 is fed to aux 1 and aux 2.
Hmm.
The same signal will be going for to both the XLR ports.
Yeah.
aux1 port, aux2 port also will be this. You will get the same effect. I mean, the same audio levels, everything. And you see this one is light blue, that is post fader. So whatever effects, whatever levels you have kept, it will still reflect that.
Hmm.
You understood, or should I repeat?
Could you repeat that?
Yeah. So now, okay. You see the first page, right?
Yeah.
So the first page I told you, let's say analog input. Let's say my mic is currently connected to channel 3
Hmm.
on my physical mixer. My mixer is here, and I'm holding a XLR mic, and that mic is connected to third channel. Okay.
Hmm.
And if you see the mixer here, you see the signals flowing in channel 3. Now I don't want channel it to come in channel 3. I want to come in channel 1. What I
Okay.
do is I just click here. If I
Hmm.
do here, it will start coming in channel 1.
Okay.
Okay. I showed you how it works. No?
Yeah.
The same concept is applied on aux out. Now,
Okay.
if you see here, we are working on bus 1.
Right.
Now this bus one, we have set channel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all labeled it. We have put gain, and then we have put aux, everything, and we have also master out of aux 1, we have kept it at 0. Everything is all set.
Mhm.
Now we want the same thing. Now let's say you have two speakers, okay, but uh, now if you need to connect two speakers to your mixer, you have
Mhm.
to connect to your main left right, but we can't use main left right because we are using that for your Zoom.
Correct.
No, so we are going to use aux 1. Now what
Mhm.
about aux? Aux 2, if I have to do, what other option what you have to do is you have to go to bus 2. Again, you have to make everything the same whatever we did for bus 1, and
Mhm.
then we'll get an aux 2. Instead
Yeah.
of doing that, what I would do is I will move the bus 2 to aux 2.
Mm.
You understood?
Yeah, that copies
So,
everything.
yeah, so aux 2 will be mapped to bus 1.
Mhm.
So whatever goes out on bus 1 will be identical to aux 2. Now let's
Oh,
say you have six speakers. All the six speakers you can connect it to bus 1.
oh, okay. Mm. Yeah,
So it's
wow.
like that.
Very.
Now, so in real life, so in church production, what happens is you will have around 4 to 5 monitor speakers.
Mhm.
Okay, they have something called a monitor mix. Now,
Right.
now for the drummer and the bass guitarist,
Mm.
they would like to have a different leveling, mixing in the sense like they like to hear the lead vocalist more, maybe the drummer more, or the keyboard
Yeah.
more, or something like that. But for the vocalist, they like to hear themselves more than the beats and the bass and other things.
Mhm.
It'll be different for the acoustic guitar and things like that.
Correct.
Now, so to give a different mix, that's why they come up with the concept of bus. Okay,
Mm.
so so you can customize it in whichever fashion you want. Okay, now see bus 2 you can put different levels like this, something like this.
Mhm.
Okay, and bus 3. So bus 2 will be mapped to aux 2, bus 3 will be mapped to aux 3, and so on. So it's
Mhm.
just to play around whichever fashion you want.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll just focus on bus 1 and main left right.
Mhm.
Okay, so
That-
bus. Okay, so now our entire thing is sorted. Now let's assume that you want to play around it. Now this is the perfect setting, and you want to save this as a template and keep it. So
Mhm.
you can do it even on your iPad and even on your laptop. But laptop, I've done it. It's very easy. I'll click on save.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll click on save as scene. Once I click on save as scene, um, okay, I'll put it under document. I'll save it. Now
Mhm.
tomorrow, let's say I saved it. Now I start playing around it. Okay. Let's say I change some levels.
Right.
Okay. And then go to plus one. I change something.
Mm.
Okay, then okay, fine. Then suddenly I remember something got changed. I want to go back to where I left. I'll go
Mm.
to board scene, and okay, you have it here,
Mhm.
and I click open. Uh, okay, see, everything got stabilized.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So,
Mm.
so you the first time is what it will usually take time, and once you're set with it, you kept it everything clean.
Right.
Each time you connect it, you can load a presets, or uh, let's say tomorrow you're going to a different church, and you know these are the instruments you're going to do and other things,
Yeah.
or like you're doing a sound check or something, you can save it as a template and keep it. Tomorrow you want to reuse it, you can reuse it, or you want to start afresh, you can start afresh. And one
Right.
more important thing I want to do say is, let's say somewhere you're lost, you don't know the signals are coming or not, the best place to look is called the meters. If you see the top here, you have the meters. This will give a clear visualization of where the audio is coming, where it is. See, if you see here, these are the analog inputs. Analog inputs are nothing but your physical connections which are made, and you can see that the channel 3 port is what is actually I'm speaking on a microphone.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then you see bus outputs. Bus
Yeah.
1 is bus 2 also there is some leakages. Okay, you want to go check, you can go check here. You can click on bus 2 and you can see it's getting picked up from channel 3. If I
Mm.
click mute, see bus output is totally nil. Okay,
Okay.
if I bring it up, you can see bus
Mm.
2 is okay. And I also said, see, now I'll put this here, check, check, okay, okay, check. Okay, so this is how you do it. You just play around. You'll get. I mean, you'll start learning this stuff. Okay.
Right. Right.
Okay. And this is your main out. Okay. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think we covered most of it. And now the same thing you can try on your iPad, but to be honest, I am not sure about the interface. I haven't worked on it, but
No, from what I've seen, Kiran, the desk. What I might need to do is first get into the desktop, uh, program the settings, and then pull it to my mixer. I mean, to my iPad.
yeah,
I,
that will be the best thing. That will be the best thing. So first, what I would say is go to setup,
yeah.
uh, initialize it.
Yeah.
Initialize is something, but completely make it completely clean slate.
Okay.
Okay, initialize it. Do you want me to run through the initialize and then go tuck 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 tuck? I'll finish it off. Is it
Sure.
okay or
Yeah.
okay? Yeah, I'll just do that. Okay, I'm clicking initialize. Click
Mhm.
OK. Okay, everything is gonna clear it.
Mhm. Clears everything. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to really spend some time on this.
Yeah, I think yeah, once maybe the first 1 or 2 days will be a little tough, but I
Mm.
think once you get a hang of it, like it'll be like yeah, amazing.
Right. This is so versatile. It has so many features. Right? Amazing.
Yeah, and yeah, I think the automix I would not recommend you to use because the automix is mainly intended for conference, this kind of a thing. Like it'll unmute only when you're speaking, other times it'll mute and things like that. So
Oh,
yeah, don't use that. Even I was fascinated by it. Okay, all right.
I thought,
Okay,
oh,
so
okay, you know, artificial intelligence, it will sense what you want and mix everything. Wow, that would be great,
uh, it's risky. All right. Okay, so the first thing what I will do is I'll label my thing. I'll just put okay, keyboard, then put guitar, then vocals. I put P1, then P2, P3, put it to blue, done. Then I'll start with the gain staging, put it to
right?
keyboard, put it to 20, and guitar, I'll put it to 15. All the vocals, I'll put it around 40. I'll keep it 35 to 40. You can maintain it. Put it to 40, 40. All right. And
Mhm.
then I will bring up my faders to 0. I can do it like this, or I can directly enter it here. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
Yeah.
Done. All right. So I'm able to see my inputs coming. All right. And
Yeah.
then my main left right out, I'm going to make it to 0. So basically, I'm trying to bring it up so that the output is going out on my left and right channel.
Yeah.
Done. Now I want to EQ the vocals 1. Okay. So what I would do is I go to this one using my arrow key, bring select channel 3, go
Mhm.
to EQ, and
Mhm.
then I give a little bit of boost for my bass and cut my low frequencies.
Mhm.
Okay, bring it down, and then maybe a little bit of 2000 kilo. If you see this one, as I move here, it goes to 2K, and then I give a little bit of bump. That's it.
During this time, I can speak into the mic to just see how it sounds, right?
Yes, yes, you can do that. You can do that. Okay, and if this graph is not activated, you can click on the RTA button up and down.
Yeah.
Okay, and then that's it. The same applies for V2 and V3. You can
Right.
directly open to EQ by double click on this icon next to it.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so once this is done, you can go to input output button, which is next to your setup, and go into USB sense. Now
Mhm.
USB sense, you have to directly go to your USB 1 and 2 should be set to your left and right of your
Mhm.
main, and it should be post fader. So by default, it will be red color, which is referring to the analog part, but we
Mhm.
need the post fader. So how to get that is right click on this thing and click on post fader. Same applies for the next channel.
Okay.
So we are done with this. Now, how to verify we are getting this input or not is on your Zoom, you have to select your microphone to in 1-2 Behringer XAIR, and then
Mhm.
you will be able to see the variations. As we speak on the mic, the variations will show up on the levels there
Right.
in audio settings, Zoom audio settings.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Now coming back to the bus. Now this is sending your audio from your mixer to the Zoom.
Mhm.
Now, how do you get the audio where the conference people are speaking and that audio to be fed into the mixer? That's
Mhm.
when we are trying to use the bus.
Mhm.
Okay. So what we're going to do is click on bus one. Now the gain structure will be same for everything. Only the faders, that is the faders will be different. So what
Mhm.
I will do, I try to bring it up again to 0, everything to 0. Okay, the only the channels which we are using it.
Right.
Okay. Then what I am going to do is again I am going to go to in out, and this time I'm not going to go to USB send, but rather USB return. Basically,
Mhm.
we are going to get the audio from the laptop to the mixer. Okay.
Right.
Now, then we want to get the output of what is sent from the Zoom to the mixer. So the channel 1 USB 1 and 2 output is to be fed to the aux. So there's a button called USB 1 hyphen 2 to aux. So I'm going to click on it and click OK. So once I click OK and click close, you can see on channel 1718, which is nothing but the aux, you can see signals flowing in. That's
Mhm.
nothing but the audio which is the speaker out of your Zoom. So
Right.
what I will do is I'll try to bring this up. Okay, you can keep it whichever level you want. Now this level will be directly reflected on your speaker. Now there will be times when it will be too loud what people are speaking. So you can reduce it here.
Mhm.
You can on whichever is a convenient spot, you can put it at that place.
Mhm.
Okay. And then okay, it's all set. Now what you will be doing is the speaker, whatever the PA is connected, will be
Mhm.
connected to your aux1 and not to your main left right. Now, if you
Right.
see here, yeah, if you go to your aux out, bus 1 is connected to your aux 1.
Mhm.
Everything is fine. And now let's say during the Zoom meeting, if someone says your lead vocalist volumes are very less, it has to be increased a little bit.
Mhm.
Okay, you should not be mixing it at bus 1.
Mm.
You should be mixing it in main left right. The difference is once you click on bus 1, everything will be yellow. The faders will be highlighted in yellow,
Yeah.
but it main left right that it will not be highlighted in yellow.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the difference. So
Mm.
you have to come to main left right, and then here you have to change your faders up down.
Mhm.
You see, because whatever you change here, this faders is
Mhm.
going to go out to the main left right, and
Mhm.
this main left right is what is being fed into your Zoom.
Correct.
Okay, and this bus, whatever changes you do to the bus, is going to go out to the aux one. Okay, and
Mhm.
that aux one is not going to go to the Zoom, but rather it is going to go to the speaker only.
Correct. Correct.
So that's the difference.
Got it.
And
Yeah.
I think that's it. And the only safer thing is if you want to keep on mute handy, let's say there's some feedback coming in and suddenly there's a spike, you want to mute everything. It's
Mhm.
always safe to put this, assign each channels to DCA group. You see
Mm.
here, I put everything here. So one, click on this, everything is muted.
So
Okay.
if everything's muted on one, and then
Mhm.
suppose I want to unmute vocals one, I'll have
You
to
can
do.
go
Uh,
individual, you can go and do it.
okay. Okay.
You can do
Yeah.
that. You can, let's
Yeah.
say, mute, you can unmute this. Only one you can unmute.
Mhm.
Or you want to mute, let's say you're in your speaker, you want to mute it. You can go to aux one. See, this is bus one is nothing but aux one, correct?
Right.
Now at the right side you have the bus one. Now I
Yeah.
mute bus. If I mute bus one, the speakers will be cut off.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now I come to main left right. If I mute here, no signal will be going to your Zoom.
One.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So that's how it is. I think covered most of it.
Can I have a question?
Mhm.
So bus 1 to bus 6, see, I'm used to in-ear monitors, and Colin is
Correct,
also monitors. We use
correct,
that. So
correct.
that is something that bus 1, bus 2 will be useful for.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
Mm. Do I need a mixer pack or anything like that?
Okay. So for in-ear monitors, you have uh, so you're looking at a wireless one or a wired one.
I have a wired one currently.
Okay, and you have a amplifier, microphone amplifier. I mean, headphone amplifier or something.
No, I just
Okay,
have,
direct.
so I need to purchase that.
Okay, so the thing is, you can directly use it from your phones out. Okay,
Yeah.
this mixer has phones out, right? You can connect it to your phones out, and
Yeah.
you can do that. Okay, you need
Mm.
some extra tools, and then even we do the same thing. But
Oh,
in one of a professional setup, okay, I saw a person, an audio engineer, saying that what they do is they take a aux out, like how you have bus one, bus two, bus three, bus four, bus five,
yeah.
and six. One of the bus they take it out, okay,
Hmm.
and they connect it to the device. Okay,
Mm.
so that device basically has around 8 channels, which is the 3.5 jack.
Mm.
Okay, and each channel has a volume adjust, how much volume you want.
Right. Right.
And from there you have to still connect it to your headphone and use headphone or in your monitor and use it.
Yeah.
Okay, now
Tackle that.
that, yeah, but for me I don't find the point because the phone output itself is powered. Powered matlab like it's good enough to power at least around at least 3 to 4 in your monitors it can power. Okay,
Oh,
without
really?
yeah, because I think I tried 5 headphones. I tried 5 headphones on the phone out, and it was
Oh,
pretty clear, pretty
oh,
clear.
okay.
Yeah. So, but if you're looking for more, no, then you
Mm,
need to buy an amplifier, which will cost you
right.
around $100 or $200. It will cost you.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I would say it's not required. Okay.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
go step by step. This is a good starting point. Um, Let me play around with it and check it out, test it, just come
yeah,
back to you questions. But we can build it up rather than dumping everything together and complicating things, because I'm just
correct,
starting, right?
correct. Yeah, but yeah, I
Cool.
think that yeah, I think you just need to try once, and maybe then you get a hang of it.
Yeah. And the other question is, we touched about Zoom, right? But
Correct.
if I'm recording, for example, I'm doing a teaching, right? And maybe some worship, calling me some worship, and I have to send you the raw file, right?
Mhm.
Do I send you the raw file or do I send you the mixed one? The
Raw. See, if you send me the raw file, the output would be too good. Like because we'll be adding some EQs, we'll be adding some reverb, we'll be adding some delays.
Hmm.
Uh, so you saw one of the videos which I sent, right? Like which
Yeah.
was mixed and mastered by one of the person. So that's a kind of difference what you get. No,
Hmm.
when
Correct.
you send individual tracks,
Hmm.
and the audio quality is going to be too good.
Okay. Got it. Sure.
Yeah, but for that, I think the only change you should be careful is the uh, yeah. So this one has to be put back to channel 1 and 2, or what you need to do is you start using it from channel 3 onwards,
Hmm.
because this one only the USB sends. You have to put back this to 1 and 2
Right.
when you're recording,
Yeah.
because yeah. If not, you start using from channel 3 onwards, like connecting your cables from 3 onwards, if you don't want to
Right.
change the setting. Or if not, what you do is initialize and uh, you save another template.
Oh, yeah. I can do that also. Correct.
You can keep one for Zoom and one for recording, and it will be easy.
That's good. So when I
Yeah,
want to call up that template, I just say load. I go to
yes,
load.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just loading the application, the waveform application. Okay. The first thing, because it's recording, I thought I'll just quickly show you. Go to settings, audio devices, audio device step ASIO, devices XAIR ASI driver, and then sample it is everything same. Click on this plus button and click new project, Martin, and create project. Then I'll double click on this. Everything's here. Right click on it and assign all inputs to the thing. Now I selected channel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'll have to click this red button. Now as I speak, channel 1, 2, 3 is getting fired up, but I've connected my microphone only to channel 3. The reason why 1 and 2 I'm getting signal is because you see here, uh, channel USB 1 is linked to main left and USB 2 is linked to main right. That is the
Mhm.
reason we are getting that. So I'll put back this to here and make it to analog, and put back this to here and make it to analog, and close this, go back there, and now you see there's only one channel which is you're getting signal,
Mm. Yeah.
and then click record. That's it. And when once your recording is done, Okay, let's say I record, and then once the recording is all done, you can see as I'm speaking, you can see the signals which is getting varied here,
Yeah.
and then stop. Then I'll go back to the place where I save this project. It is okay. This is the folder. Once I go into this, you have many folders. One folder is called where it's recorded, and in
Mm,
this recorded thing, you will see different individual tracks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tracks
mm,
are there. Okay, channel track 3 is where actually my actual mic is getting recorded.
mm.
Yeah, so that's how it is.
Okay.
This is just for reference. Maybe once you watch the video, you have any doubt, you can look up to
Yeah,
the video.
I'll go through the video here.
Yeah, cool. I think any other questions you have?
No, I think that's a good start. Um, let me pick it up from here, do some practicing, and then
Cool.
if I'll get back to you.
Perfect. Perfect. Sounds good.
Thank you so much for your time, Kiran.
No problem. A pleasure.
Go to sleep and
Sure.
tomorrow.
No worries. Take care.
All right. Thank you so much.
More Ross. Yeah. Bye
Good.
bye. Good
Bye
night.
bye.
Bye bye.